Yeah. Gas prices getting a little cheaper. But check it out. You in here with the gatekeeper. And I'm just going to ask you a question real quick. Where are we going with radio? Angela Yee just said that the Breakfast Club, as you know it, is going to be over. What does that do for us? I need something to watch when I eat my Egg McMuffin. I need something to listen to when I drink my coffee. Which way are we going with this thing? This is episode 13 of the hottest morning show you could ever want to be in tune with, Smiley and Bird in the morning. What's up, my good man, Harlem Smiley?
Chilling, but yo, y'all still tuned in there? Yes, sir. Smiley and Bird in the morning, man. Let's get into this intro.
Smiley and Bird in the morning. Smiley and Bird in the morning. Smiley and Bird in the morning. Up from dusk to dawn it, keep yawning.
Smiley and Bird in the morning. Smiley and Bird in the morning. Smiley and Bird in the morning. Up from dusk to dawn, so keep yawning.
Smiley and AW, that's what I'm telling you.
At the tables right next to you.
Like a vegetable.
Spoken Words has a written message too. Get the message, dude.
The balls he spit is intellectual.
Like professionals. The show about to blow, so boy, here's your warning.
Harlem Smiley, AW Bird in the morning.
No.
Yes, sir. Top of the morning, good peoples. Top of the morning.
Yes.
I am your boy Harlem Smiley, man, from the one and only Dirt Gang Digital and 21 Poker and Slots, and always with me.
The gatekeeper in the building, always ready to rock, keeping you where you need to be with the best in spoken word you heard. Let's get it.
Yes, sir, man. And normally I would say, stay in tune with the illicit. Listen, we were second to none, but we was comparing ourselves to the best morning show ever, which was
The Breakfast
Club. But they are no longer. We're going to get into it, though. So for right now, y'all now tuned into the realest and illest morning show on social media, Smiley and Bird in the morning.
Yes.
You know how that go, man. Top of the morning, my good man. How we doing today, man?
Man, back at you. Feeling real good. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get over the hump today on this hump day. We got some good topics today. The world seems to get crazier and crazier every time I lay my head down and I'm blessed to wake up and see a new day. It's more killing. It's more controversy. It's just that we continue to stir the pot. The first thing I wanted to get into with you, though, is where are we going with this whole Breakfast Club thing? When I first heard that Angela Yee said that it was going to be over as we knew it, I felt like everybody in that group, on that squad, like we a squad, has outgrown the ability to coexist in that same arena as the team that they started out as. Everybody has individual pursuits now. You got DJ Envy helping people buy houses and sell houses and doing the car shows as well as DJing. You got Charlamagne with things on HBO Max, and he got book deals. He's on the Today Show. And you got Angela Yee with her own pod show. So I just started to feel like each individual was becoming too big for the chairs that they sat in on that show.
Salute to everybody on this.
Yeah.
Facts, man. You know how that go. This is Wednesday right here, man. And yeah, Angela Yee dropped a bomb last night, basically enlightening people and letting people know that the Breakfast Club is officially over as you know it via tweet. So let's state the obvious. We know A.W. Bird has mentioned all of the stuff that they got going on. Sometimes people get a little bit too busy with other stuff. Let's be for real, right? Charlamagne the God right now is in charge of one of the biggest, I will probably say, operations right now as far as with podcasters.
Right.
He's working with a lot of podcasters right now. He's doing a lot. DJ Envy, car shows, all kind of stuff. Same with Angela Yee. She got her podcasting thing going on. The Breakfast Club is not a podcast. It's similar to a podcast. It's not a podcast, but it's also owned by iHeartRadio.
Exactly. They don't own it.
Correct. To where all of them are sitting around thinking, we can be doing this separate on our own and making our own money, except for making them double the amount of money.
Exactly.
Because I don't know if y'all noticed, 105.1 was just audio at one point. But then they went to visual. So they was pretty much doing like free podcasting work. But I still don't think that's the reason why they broke up.
Really, I always felt like Charlemagne was going to be the one to leave first anyway, because he came from that Wendy Williams machine, and I felt like he always had loftier goals when it came to being a podcaster, having his own show, being able, because Charlemagne is really big in the mental health arena too. So I felt like he was always going to be the one to jump ship first if it ever came down to them having to reconfigure the team, or things going on where they were going to do something different with the whole format.
Yeah, no, that's a fact, man. Listen. I knew him. He was going to ride to the wheels fall off because he has ventures outside of 105.1, which owns iHeartRadio.
Right.
He still has a lot of ventures with them with iHeartRadio, especially through podcasting. So I didn't see him going anywhere because it's more money to be made there with them. Now, Angela Yee with her lip service things getting very big. Lip service,
yeah, very big. She interviewing a lot of people. She got the females behind her. She has a lot of good content on a daily basis.
That right there has absolutely nothing to do with iHeartRadio, though. Same thing with DJ Envy with these car shows. The car shows are getting very big in the United States. That has nothing to do with iHeartRadio. So I knew for a fact if anybody was going to go or was going to mess up the show or was going to, ask for more money or something like that.
Exactly.
It was going to be one of them two. But let's be for real. Let's call a spade a spade.
Okay.
Radio is dead.
Right.
They was, I'm going to be honest. They was the last bright spot in radio. They was the only thing that was funny left on radio. All we got now is who? Funk Master Flex.
Yeah. And see, he not even in the same demographic because Hot 97 is not syndicated all over the country in different markets the way the Breakfast Club is.
Facts. And let's be for real, right? Nobody even knows about Hot 97 now, except for if you live in New York City.
Or people you old school.
Yeah. People like iHeartRadio, right? You can listen to 105.1 anywhere around the country.
Exactly.
Because of iHeartRadio and because of the podcast. You can't do that with Hot 97.
That's true. So true.
Hot 97 been dead for a long time with Flunk Flex and Ebro trying to keep it alive. Nobody listens to Hot 97 in the morning for the morning show. They will now because there is no more competition now.
But it's what we call terrestrial radio.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't listen to it anymore myself. The music on terrestrial radio, 9 times out of 10, unless it's a mixed show or some type of special content that they bring to the network, is just canned music. It's not. It's old music, but it's not even good old music. So it's boring. It's redundant.
You got all these rappers, all these DJ now. What they're doing is now they're getting shows on what we call satellite radio. Some of us only be able to use to listen to satellite radio when we was in a rental car.
Right.
Now, most of these new cars are coming adapted with satellite radio. You can now grab your phone and listen to satellite radio. So where you can't listen to Hot 97. You go on satellite radio right now, Shade Room, Hip Hop DX. A lot of them got a lot of your favorite DJs. He's killing the satellite radio right now.
Yeah.
People like, where did he go? He's been on satellite radio. They know for a long time regular radio was dead. Even out here in LA, Big Boy in the Morning is the only thing that's keeping these LA stations flowing. Big Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
After he goes off in the morning, nobody's listening to the radio except for if you just riding to work, riding down the street. Nobody plays radio like they used to. That's why you don't need radio to break out your songs no more.
Right.
Radio, TV, I've never seen a data where I say radio and TV is dying out to these apps. It's dying. It's finished.
But it's the truth. People are first it was death of the major networks. because unless your cable is not up to par or you in some other type of situation, you're not watching the major networks. You're not watching ABC, NBC, CBS, or even Fox, unless some type of sporting event is involved. So then you
Fact.
went to cable, and cable has even become watered down and redundant. So the new frontier, the last of the Mohicans out here that's really uncharted territory is the social media platforms. So that's where all your DJs, that's where all of your either your actors, your comedians, your influencers are going to start their pod shows and to have content up here because they know that they can do it freely and they have control.
Facts. So now, being that the Breakfast Club is over, right?
Right.
What does this do for Hot 97? Does this make Hot 97 more of a powerhouse like they used to be back in the day, or they're definitely going to follow suit now that 105.1? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't see nobody running to 105.1 to listen to 105.1 for anything right now, rather than just going to the store and shit popping up. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Melly Mel in the
definitely.
building.
Melly Mel, salute, salute.
Yeah, so what does this mean for Ebro and them and over there at Hot 97? Are they celebrating popping champagne? Or are they like, damn, what the hell's about to happen to us now?
I mean, they gotta feel like what the hell is about to happen to us. When you have variety, it always helps your situation. So with the Breakfast Club being on their way out, it's gonna help them for a little while. But listen, we talk about this all the time on the channel, behind the scenes. You know, for money to be well spent, you got to keep producing great content, and that's the one thing Hot 97 fell off in being able to do. They're not producing any content. They're not giving you
Mm-hmm.
what you really want to hear. They're not talking about any hot topics. They're not really coming with anything that's informative for the community, anything for you to really kind of chew on, food for thought. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it can only go so far. You listen to
I
Hot
don't.
97 if you have no choice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man.
I don't think people realize the effect this is gonna bring on a lot of things. I haven't gonna lie. Some people will probably say the Breakfast Club was single-handedly keeping radio as a whole. I'm gonna
Right.
be honest. There's radio stations in a lot of other places, but let's be for real. There has never been. I've been to many states. I've never heard a radio station in any state that was bigger than Hot 97 or 105.1.
Right.
I would probably say 92.3 out here in LA will probably be the next one. I know Atlanta got a big radio station down there though too, but none of them comes close to compare to how Hot 97 and 105.1 was doing in New York City.
Okay, but see, this is the thing you also got to look at across the country, even in a lot of these big radio markets. Like I know, down in Atlanta is pretty big, but there's so many of these radio stations in mid-major cities that have syndicated programming. Like a lot of radio stations run the Breakfast Club. So now you got to ask, well, damn, what we gonna use for the morning show now? We don't want to use our old dry ass people that we had from, we don't want to dust their ass off. So
Yeah,
what are we gonna do? I mean, you got Ricky Smiley in the morning. You got
yeah.
you
Big
got a
Boy in the
couple of
morning.
Big Boy in the morning. You got a couple of other people out here with different shows like that, but they're syndicated. So they
Yeah,
come in and they get bought up in all these different markets so that the radio station has less to worry about as far as content. They buying the content.
you're right. Because all of
So
our hard radio being that they do theirs 3 hours. If you're on the West Coast, they use their shows for a lot of the iHeart radio stations. Because iHeart own a lot of radio stations in these different states.
exactly.
So they could run the Breakfast Club on these too, which they was doing a lot. But now, once again, they can't do that.
Yeah.
So now, A.W. Bird, I ask you a question. If you're the Breakfast Club, right? Oh, yeah.
Right.
Salute to my guy behind the bar, man. Make
Behind the
sure y'all go
bar.
over to his
Steve
content, man.
Harvey. Steve Harvey is another
Yeah.
big one.
A good one in the morning, too. It's a lot of game on that show in the morning time, too. That's why I like Steve Harvey in the morning. If you're the Breakfast Club right now, what are you thinking? We made a lot of money with them. Let's just call it what it is and call it quits. Or do you try to find 3 replacements?
Man, you know, Revolt TV is what the Breakfast Club is run through. And man, you know, Puffy is never gonna just give up on a dream or just I don't feel like Nick's dead. I feel like it's probably gonna go the route of 106 in Park. They're gonna try to bring a new group in. and hopefully think that that's going to bring some chemistry and they'll be able to develop a new fan base. But I think before it's over, that's one and done. You caught lightning in a bottle with Angela Yee, Charlamagne, and DJ Envy. And after that, you just need to let it go. Find something else.
Yeah. I don't think finding replacements for the Breakfast Club would be a good thing. But I think if you find a replacement show, some new fresh people, call it a whole nother name, just give them that same slot.
Right.
Long as they entertaining, that's the only problem. It's so hard to find a combination of three people like that who mesh well with the jokes coming to play. But
right.
Once again, now let's get to the messy part of the situation. Some people say DJ Envy, Angela Yee could not get on the same page. If you look at the last few shows, the last couple of months, a lot of times when he was there, she wasn't there. A lot of times when she was there, he wasn't there. Charlamagne was always there though.
But even he had beef with Angela Yee. So the question is Angela Yee just one of these little messy chicks? Because how can you have beef with both of your team members?
Listen, you know what it is? I know DJ Envy and Charlamagne the Gods, they have that relationship to where it will have to be something real bad for them to get really mad at each other.
Right.
They done been up there and joked about how Envy wife was faking orgasms and all that. I mean, like, it don't get beyond that.
Exactly.
But yeah, so they has a relationship like that. I don't see him saying anything to where Envy be like, nah, I don't want to work with him no more. But however, I try to tell people this. Sometimes when you're working with a female, you can't really go crazy with them as if you would do your boy.
Right.
It's just a difference. We didn't make the rules. We just hit up by bottom. So I do think Charlamagne sometimes goes a little far. He goes a little far with the joke sometimes, and I think that's where him and Angela Yee kind of what's name. So I don't want to just throw that on her and just say like she was the common denominator. That's why it didn't work and she came out. But let's call a spade a spade. I seen a show with just Angela Yee and with just Envy with no Charlamagne the God. And I'm going to be honest, that was probably one of the worst Breakfast Club shows I've watched before.
Oh, yeah, because they don't know how to go back and forth with one another. And like you said, if you already got some underlying friction or some issues where we kind of contentious as it is, we're not going to mesh well. We're not going to bond well. We're not going to have that chemistry where we can go back and forth. And it even looks like it's something that people want to watch.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That's what I said. What Melly said right there. Maybe they just outgrew each other. I feel like once people get to a certain level of status and they got their own shit going and it's really bubbling, it's percolating for them, they do tend to outgrow one another because where they would take the back seat or defer or agree to disagree, they feel like, nah, man, I'm on stage now and you gonna feel me too. So
yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. I just feel like when I don't know, money is involved.
Yes.
It's just like, all right, well, let's keep getting to the money. And after all them years of working with each other, there's a good chance that people do outgrow each other. But I don't see them outgrowing each other and not working with each other.
Right.
It's money to be made here. None of them have enough money to where they could say, oh, yeah, well, I got enough money. I think I'm going to just stop doing this. Retirement and all that, yeah. But to come out with a tweet and just say, oh, it was literally like the Breakfast Club is over as you know it. That's very controversial right there. That told me that it was just a little bit more than maybe them outgrowing each other. And on top of that, too, contracts was up.
Okay, so watch the underlying suspense. I read a article this morning before we came on that said it was one of the tweets after Angela Yee said what she said. DJ Envy came to work that day and this morning and put his badge up to the door for the Breakfast Club and he said, "Oh, it still works." And he tweeted that out. And they said Angela Yee responded for now.
Yeah. So that means that goes to show me that it's something going on with her specifically in the controversy. And that's why people were saying it's between her and DJ Envy. And I ask you this question, A.W. Bird.
Okay.
Can the Breakfast Club work? Say if they was on some shit to where it's not over. She just don't want to do it no more. Can the Breakfast Club work without the one, the only Angela Yee? I mean, can they really find a replacement lady?
I think that the way we structure the way we structure talk shows, and even with us, we have female interest in most of our shows outside of this particular one right here. So with that being the case, even if you look at your TV setups where you do informative stuff like that, you always have a female. So I think that they could survive if they went and found somebody else to take Angela Yee's place. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But you just got to think about it like this: the next person that they grab might have better chemistry.
You got to, on that morning show, you got to have some thick skin.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. You can't live in a glass house, or you're going down.
Facts. I'm gonna be honest. Like Angela Yee was like she was the basis. Charlemagne was the joker. Envy was more of like the serious person. You know, Charlemagne will make him joke a little bit, but I think she was the middle ground who can do both.
Right.
She can laugh when necessary. She can be serious when necessary. And then on top of that, when they was getting a little bit out of control, she would get the show right back in line. Right. Because Charlemagne and Envy, they got that joking relationship. They can sit there and joke on each other and say, plausible stuff and laugh about it, and no topics be brung up. She was there to, see what I'm saying? She was there to put everything in perspective too. So you have to get another, I will say like a alpha female to come in there and be like, but once again, who can you find that's that close to them that can come in there and demand that kind of respect?
Right. Hey, look,
that's why. Go ahead.
You know how the morning show is. We always got to make sure that we current event and we up and we fact checking. So I see we're behind the bar says female radio personalities always been smashing the celebrity guests. All right, so Angie Martinez did get pregnant, but not by a 112 band member. It was by Drew Hill Nokio. Yeah. But Wendy Williams smashed Method Man now. That was the argument that Charlemagne got into with Angela Yee about her and Gucci. That was where they got really heated and contentious, was about that whole Gucci situation.
Facts.
Yeah.
This happens a lot. The only one that discusses me is Method Man and Wendy Williams. I don't know who would smash Wendy Williams. I don't care if you was trying to get an interview or what. I'm not smashing Wendy. I'm sorry. The bottom half look like a stick figurine. I'm not. You know what? Let me leave Wendy alone. Yeah. I'm not smashing Wendy though. So for Method Man, I don't know. I know us hood niggas and took down some. Maybe he was trying to get in the wheel.
Well, they say back in the day, she ain't look like that. She, what I'm saying.
I don't care. I seen pictures back in the day. She's never had an ass and she's never had legs. The bottom part never matched the top. It never matched the top. Wendy Williams would have had to get super fat.
Oh, damn.
It never matched the top. But we see this all the time. Look at the stories that what's her name told about Tupac. All the shit that Tupac was smashing across the what's her name.
Oh yeah.
What was her name again? What was the female DJ name again? Oh, damn, what was her name again? She was one of the famous DJs from back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Talk about how Tupac was smashing everything, and she was one of the people. Right. That's why everybody thinks she was lying, because she was one of the people.
Man, they say he was hitting the chick from Fresh Prince, Hillary.
Fresh Prince, Hillary, Tupac was smacking everything around. He went on the show, a TV show, one of them, he was smacking it around. You know what I'm saying? So that happens a lot though too. But Angela Yee, I didn't really see her surrounded by too much controversy. But that Charlemagne, you go on that show, you got to be prepared to deal with stuff like that. And him,
definitely.
He throws shit out there like that. That's why he's a very hard person to work with. But at the end of the day, if you can find some way to work with him, you're definitely gonna find some kind of success, because controversy sells.
Oh yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So I just think they got to that point right now to where everything was good. Ron G's 215, you woke, baby?
Yeah, you up, baby? Come on,
man.
Good morning.
Good night. You know what I'm saying? Sweet dreams, pause, and all that.
Drink
You
you
know
some
what I'm
orange
saying?
juice and get you a halal McMuffin.
That's a fact, man. There's some wings. Get you a Red Bull for this. Anyway, we watched last night's That's Blunt Burn Pod show.
Yeah,
Y'all know what we
please
talking
do.
about.
Please
You know what
do.
I'm saying? But hey, man, overall for radio, I'm gonna be honest. I think this right here, radio was dying out like TV.
Right.
I think this put a big dent and a big hit, and you're gonna see a lot of them doing a lot of this podcast and stuff. And I think it's gonna be like how the Joe Budden podcast was.
Right.
I think they're gonna pull a Rory and Maul, but that didn't even work now because them two was beefing.
Yeah.
So the Rory and Maul show is a wrap. I think this is gonna be something just like that. I think you're probably gonna see DJ Envy and Charlemagne the God putting in that work, and they're gonna make up some shit about Angela Yee. You know, she's out today, vacation, some shit until they come out and find a replacement. But if she's under contract, she better get back there. But
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Overall, I think it's gonna put a big dent in radio going all around. But I told people podcasting and satellite radio is the new thing, and they both coincide with each other.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they got apps for that. You can grab your phone and be mobile. You don't got to be in your car to sit around in your car to listen to stuff now. You can listen to it on demand when you want to, with your phone, your laptop, whatever. So TV, radio, all us old heads that we grew up loving, that shit is over as we know it.
Yeah.
So for all you older rappers, for all you older people who be on social media and all that, you must get adapted. There is no more Breakfast Club breaking radios. You see what's going on with Funk Flex and all of these other rappers. There is no more going to radio to break your record. Guess what? They got apps for that now.
Well, see,
You
we don't have
better
to go
get
to the
into
radio
it.
station no more. We don't even have to call in and talk on radio. Like, you know, back in the day, the whole thing was you got to do press. You got to do press for your album. Like, you got to do press for your book because it's going to be released. And, you know, you got to get out here. We can do all that on social media now on our own platforms and get paid for it. And get paid for it while we do it.
Facts. Because now y'all know where they're going to look for music at now? For these new artists, for these new because listen, these radio stations, they're not gonna just want to not do business. They're gonna come and jump over. This is why we have record labels right now signing podcasters. This is why you have radio stations right now signing podcasters. People are signing podcasters like how rappers get signed contracts right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the new move right now. Signing podcasters. You know what I'm saying? That's the wave right now because people know, man, this is the new morning show, shit like this. You see what I'm saying? We could sit here, talk our shit, talk about hot topics. I play a couple of songs from Dutchy the Great, Frankie Smacks, Bagman Spraga, Tigger the Great, myself, Nomads Records. We can sit here and just do that all day. And it's the same exact thing. But guess what? If you miss it in the morning, you ain't got to say, oh, shit, I got to catch tomorrow. You can go right back on your phone and come right here to Dirt Gang Digital. Go right here to the AW Bird.
Yep.
On Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, by the way. You can go to any one of those platforms and just go check it out. On demand, when you want to, at any time. It's over with for radio.
Yeah.
It's over with. This put a stamp on it being over for radio. Sorry. Come over here and watch Smiley and Bird in the morning, man. You know how that go.
So listen, let me navigate this thing a little bit and move on to another topic that's just all over the place right now in every city in the country. Gun violence with our youth being murdered. So I got a story right here where the other day in Baltimore, Maryland, a 9-year-old boy accidentally shoots and kills a 15-year-old girl. All right, so the story goes like this. The family identified a 15-year-old girl, Nakaila Strader. An investigator spoke about several witnesses at the scene seeing a boy playing with a handgun when it accidentally fired, striking the 15-year-old girl in the head. The 9-year-old boy then dropped the gun and fled the scene. The victim's father said that he was upstairs in the house with his wife when they heard the shot They ran out to find their daughter on their front porch. His wife was hysterical as she pulled herself. She put her arms around her daughter. At that point, she lost it and blacked out. So right now, the situation is this: the little boy is 9 years old, and in the state of Maryland, he cannot be charged with a crime, even though he did pull the trigger. It was accidental. The revolver was a service revolver that belonged to his aunt. I don't know how they allowed that to get into his hands, but this is just beleaguers the point that we continue to talk about these situations with gun violence. There are too many instances where these young children are getting their hands on guns when these guns should have locks on them or they should be locked away where they cannot have access.
So let me ask you something, man. In this instance, right? So you said young cat. How old was he?
9 years old.
Okay, so let me break this down for y'all, man. 9-year-olds in the house, finds a gun, takes the gun outside, goes to the house of a 15-year-old girl. The 15-year-old girl is outside. He's waving the gun at the 15-year-old girl. The gun gets discharged, hits her in the head. Rest in peace to the to the young lady, and our condolences to the family. And where did this happen at?
Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, this happened in Baltimore. Very dangerous place. I don't know if y'all familiar with Baltimore or not. Very dangerous place. I asked you this question, right?
Okay.
Because obviously they can't charge the 9-year-old, correct?
Right.
They can't charge the 9-year-old because he's only 9 years old. Who goes to jail? The parents? The other relative whose service weapon it was? Who goes to jail? Because this 15-year-old girl lost her life. They can't charge the 9-year-old. But at the end of the day, if I'm the parent, this can't just get brushed off. Nobody. Who goes to jail?
Oh hell no! Somebody got to go to jail. Somebody has got to take the fall for this. I mean, if nothing else, it's blatant neglect when you got a 9-year-old child who has access to a loaded firearm. He could have shot one of you all. So yeah, we definitely got to look at what adult is going to take responsibility for the actions of a 9-year-old, since the 9-year-old cannot be held accountable for his actions.
Correct. The service weapon was not one of the parents. It was one of his relatives. What was it? The aunts?
The aunts.
The aunt's gun. So in this instant, now should the aunt be responsible? Being that it's her weapon?
It was her weapon.
But she's not the parent. She's not there watching the 9-year-old. She could have just came home from work, put her shit up, and just laid down and went to sleep.
True.
He could have just snuck his ass in there and just took the shit. But is she neglectful for not having it in a safe?
I feel like she is. Or at least tucked away. It should have been more difficult for him to get the gun. And if the gun was hers and it was a service revolver that she used when she was on duty, then it should have been unloaded. Safety should have been on. There are a lot of precautions that should have and could have been taken to make this situation not one where somebody was murdered.
What about the parents?
Shot.
Why was the parents so neglectful?
All adults have to take accountability for this situation. If you were an adult and you were in that house with that 9-year-old, you are held responsible. Definitely. We got to start holding these adults responsible for the actions of these kids. Because who's watching the kids? And what the hell are y'all doing that the kid has time to get their hands on firearms or kitchen knives or, other weapons like that to do damage to people?
Yeah. Where was the parents at? Why was the 9-year-old able to sneak wherever the gun was at, get the gun, walk out the house, walk down the street? This is a 9-year-old we're talking about.
Exactly.
Where was the parents at? Why is nobody watching this 9-year-old sneak in and out the house, walking down the block? This is summertime.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he ain't have on no jeans and no hoodie and all of that. He's 9 years old. He don't know nothing about that. Probably had it right in his hand in his shorts pocket. Where was the parents at watching this 9-year-old? What if I told you I think that the parents and the aunt needs to go to jail?
Yeah. Yeah.
And his little ass need to be put inside of the system.
He does. You know, like when I first heard that at 9 years old you can't be charged with anything, I just started thinking about the climate that we live in right now. You got a lot of 9-year-olds who, because of the trauma, PTSD, and what they've seen in their lives, are far more advanced than the chronological age of 9 years old. So when you deal with situations like that, I can just see people just putting the battery in the 9-year-old's back and just programming them to go be weapons of destruction because they know that they will never get tried as adults.
These 9-year-olds is playing Grand Theft Auto. They playing all these shoot 'em up games. They know exactly what it means to have a gun and to shoot somebody and what's gonna happen when that person gets shot.
Exactly.
They know it ain't no, they know this ain't the game. They're gonna get shot, come back to life. They know this already. This is a 9-year-old. Not saying a 9-year-old should have been charged because once again, I feel like that goes to parenting, that goes to teaching, that goes to watching your kids. Too many parents letting their kids just sit in their houses with the room door closed.
Yeah.
You don't know what the hell is going on in there.
We don't close no doors around here. You keep that door open.
That's
Yeah.
a fact. That is an actual factual. So your kids know, like, oh no, they be on me. I come here, I got something sitting on my floor and they on me, let alone me being in here just playing and knowing what a gun is and all that.
Oh yeah.
How you think you know how a gun look? Because of the
Exactly.
game. That 9-year-old knew exactly what he was doing. That's why he needs to be put in the system. That's why the parents need to be locked up. Because at the end of the day, what is being taught in that house?
Now we spoke about this before, Smiley, and this is one thing that we can go a point that we can go back to where I'm really in agreement, and I salute him for doing this. Man, listen, we got all these guns in the hood, we got all these people using guns in the hood, and we got all these guns around these babies. Let's start having some gun safety courses out here so people know how to safely, disengage a firearm, so they know when it's loaded. So they know how to check to see if it's one in the chamber. So they know how to put it down and how to keep it from just misfiring or doing stupid things with it. You know, we need to go ahead and own up to what we're really doing out here and start teaching gun safety.
Facts. What's that? Killer Mike in Houston?
Killer Mike.
Killer Mike is literally in Houston, or it might not. I think it is Houston. He's in Texas teaching these young cats free training. Teaching these cats, because that's an open carry state, to how to actually shoot and use these weapons. So if you need to use it for protection, you know exactly how to use it and not hitting the wrong person because you don't know how to aim. You don't know the gun got kicked back.
Right.
A lot of these youth, they not fighting. So at least if they're going to be out here spinning blocks and using weapons, we should at least be, us as the older ones, training him at the range, of course, how to actually hit targets that you're aiming for. It's not like the movies. You grab a gun, motherfuckers driving their cars and zah out the window. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. But at the end of the day, a 9-year-old going up to a 15-year-old girl, the 9-year-old is a little boy. The 15-year-old is a little girl. Why was a 9-year-old having conflict with a 15-year-old? Where is everybody's parents at?
That's what I keep asking. That's the question I keep asking. And what makes it worse is, I mean, I don't respect it any more, but it'd be different if the parents were not in the home. Mm-hmm. But the parents right there in the house, sitting right there up under the kids, and all this is going on right up under your nose.
Facts. They said the little girl mother ran outside when she heard the gunshot. Sound like it rattled her home.
Right.
That means you sitting on the couch not getting to no money, probably just sitting there watching soap operas and shit, watching Judge Mathis, some stupid like that.
Yeah.
While your baby outside with a 9-year-old standing in front of her with a gun. That situation should have never happened. Should have never happened. What could that 15-year-old girl had done to that 9-year-old? They shouldn't even be outside playing together. Should be no interaction with a 15-year-old girl and a 9-year-old boy. It's not like he was there trying to talk to her and he got rejected. He's 9 years old.
Right.
which means to tell me somebody's just not paying attention to their kid. I'm not blaming the mother of the 15-year-old at all. But the parents of the 9-year-old, terrible, terrible. I think y'all need to go to jail without a doubt. The lady who brought the service weapon inside the house, knowing there was a 9-year-old in there, didn't have it in the safe, you need to go to jail for just being neglectful. I don't care how tired you was.
Yeah.
Unless he actually found out the code and broke into your safe to get that gun, that's the only way and the only way possible. I feel like you don't need to go to jail.
Exactly.
You definitely probably fired from your job because that service weapon has definitely probably been used. It's been used in a murder. So you definitely fired. Hopefully you wasn't one of them stupid people who's supposed to left the service weapon at home and left it at work and took it home. Because if that was the case, definitely going to jail. Somebody got to go to jail though.
So check this out. I got another one for you that's even better. You might want to see if you can pull this one up.
Hold on. Before we get into the next topic though, we're gonna bust them with this song of the day real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got a couple of songs of the day we want to play, y'all. Yeah,
All
this
right.
is Smiley and Bird in the morning. Y'all see the headline, y'all see the thumbnail, y'all see the title. The Breakfast Club is no longer. So yeah, Harlem Smiley and A.W. Bird, we here to take it over this morning show thing right here, man. First song we got from artist Frankie Smacks. This one is For the Win, Rat the Snakes. Make sure y'all stay in tune and subscribe to the channel. Yikes.
For the win. This is for the win, guys. For the win. Used to have basketball dreams. Shooter, D-boy, no basketball team. Mike and Scotty, I'm back for more rings. This the last dance, let the fat lady sing. They ain't told me the alley, so I took the shot. 4 quarter, 4 seconds. And I beat the clock. They ain't throw me the alley, so I took the shot. 4 quarter, 4 seconds, and I beat the clock. Let's play life for life, gun for gun, knife for knife, fight punch for punch. You got money, I got some too. Youngin' running the root, kids under the arms like Brute. Dukes 5 in my boot, going block to block, project to project, running from cop to cop. 94 fucking with Jay and Pop. I learned a lot. 294 Osborne, sold about 1 million tops. Shit got hot, early 90s came. Started writing rhymes, robbing hustlers and snatching change. My mom smoking what I'm selling. Baby mama yelling, just caught a gun charge. 2-time felon, hit you with that boot bop. You not swelling. You not what you pop, you cop telling. Bitch nigga fruit pop, you like Ellen. Hip hop rock, I'm the Black Van Helen. Used to have basketball dreams. Shooter, D-boy, no basketball team. Mike and Scotty, I'm back for more rings. This the last dance, let the fat lady sing. They ain't told me the alley, so I took the shot. 4 quarter, 4 seconds, and I beat the clock. They ain't told me the alley, so I took the shot. 4 quarter, 4 seconds, and I beat the clock. Try to put you down with me, but you a clown, I see. Gotta hurt when your fans say you sound like me. Even your bitch know you wanna be like me. I tell police I ain't me, I walk with no ID. I need a beat for no ID. I'm kinda sick, no IV. Punches Ali, bob and weed, jab, jab, hook. But I still give y'all balls, 2 verses in the hook. What do we have here? Hey yo, watch for them niggas that's chillin' in your hood. We can't chill in they hood, them niggas is no good. Watch for them niggas that's chillin' in your hood. We can't chill in they hood, them niggas is no good. 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 Can't chill in they hood. Them niggas is no good. I used to watch time fly. Now I'm flying high. Really flying high. LAX back to NY. I had the enterprise, the empire to inspire. Hit your streets, rims and tires. Toe rim, I won't retire. Clips below to hit the chest of higher. I fire, no rehire. Frankie Smacks, hitman for hire. I put the mic in the fryer. Every verse high grease. I'm nasty like fried cheese. Crumble rappers, Raleigh, top speed, Mach 3, kick his high cheese. Punches eye bleed, seeing me in 3, watch me. Energy increase for what I've been on beats. Didn't play from Tennessee, the radio's overseas. There's greatness unseen, talent's uncheesed. Lost his spirit D, money made it all me. No Spotify, the spot to buy is Cash App, straight to your email. Fuck all that. Hey, watch for them niggas that's chillin' in your hood. We can't chill in they hood, them niggas is no good. Watch for them niggas that's chillin' in your hood. We Can't chill in neighborhood, them niggas is no good. Them niggas is no good.
Yes, sir.
Them niggas is no good.
Frankie Smacks right here. AW Bird, you on mute.
Can't chill in neighborhood, them niggas is no good.
So that right there was Frankie Smacks, man. For the win. Rats and Snakes. Produced by your boy Harlem Smiley. Make sure y'all go over to Frankie Smacks channel, man, and go subscribe to the channel right now. Go over to all platforms, man, and punch up Frankie Smacks, man. New EP out right now on all music digital platforms, man. That's the geyser right there, man, for sure, man. So, AW Bird, man, what else we got for him?
All right,
what else
man.
we got for the people?
So listen. It just gets crazier and crazier. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I went to Clemson for college, so I was like about maybe an hour and a half away from Atlanta, not far at all. I used to love to go to Atlanta. Atlanta was a chill spot. It was big. It had big city feel to it, but it was still down south. It was chill, not a lot of drama. You know, somewhere you could take your date, you get something good to eat.
Well, what had happened was,
chill out. But man, Atlanta is like more off the chain than the West Coast right about now. With the way they carrying guns and the way violence is. Okay, so got a news story just yesterday. Shooting during a ball game at Atlanta Park leaves 2 people dead, 4 wounded, including a 6-year-old child who is in critical condition. So this is the breakdown. Shooting happens during a ball game at an Atlanta park. It happened Sunday. It left 2 people dead, 4 wounded. The violence began during a baseball or a softball game at the Dunbar Recreational Center in Rosa L. Burney Park in southwest Atlanta, in the SWATs. 7 p.m. Deputy Chief Charles Hampton said the game was interrupted by an argument that escalated to an exchange of gunfire. 6 people were shot, he said, including a 30-year-old man and an adult woman who were killed on the scene, a 6-year-old who was struck and transported to Children's Eggleston Hospital in critical condition. The other 4 victims were in stable condition. And they have an image of a guy running from the scene with a gun in his hand. Now, they claim that he's not a suspect, he's a person of interest. But I don't understand how he could not be a suspect if he's fleeing the scene with a gun.
It is a chance that he could have been chasing the person.
True.
Who was shooting.
Right.
If somebody's riding around and they shooting from a car.
Right.
And I got it, you probably see me. It probably looks like I'm running away from the scene.
Right.
But I could be actually chasing that person.
True.
That's why they say he's a person of interest. Regardless, they got him on camera running away from the scene. So he's going to have to explain to them, why was he running away? And if I'm him, that's my story and I'm sticking to it, whether that's the truth or not. But this is what we're talking about. No aim, spinning block, having a 6-year-old?
Yeah.
A 6-year-old.
And what kind of argument can we get into over a softball game on a Sunday at the recreational center?
It gets a little crazy over softball. My job invited all of the partners in the surrounding areas to have a softball tournament about a month ago. Okay. This is my first year there. I'm thinking it's going to be all good, all friendly. You know, we got a few girls on the team. We got t-shirts made for our company.
Yeah.
We get there. These motherfuckers got full-fledged jerseys. They got coolers with beer. They got music. They heckling. They got real motherfuckers that could have been playing AAA baseball.
Oh my God.
This is what they got. And me, I'm sitting there like, all right, I help out the team. I play. Let's be for real. If this football, I'm out there injuring a couple of people.
Right.
If this is basketball, oh yeah, I'm hitting them with the threes and we to the rack all day. We got a fighting chance. Bowling, we got a chance. But when it comes to the good game of softball, now I'm one of them players to where I feel like I'm just an athlete, so I can play anything.
Right.
But when I'm the second or third best player on the whole team, and they got motherfuckers that play AAA ball, we are not winning.
No, it
I'm
almost
out
sound
there.
like they had some ringers in there on y'all, man. Like, so like, hold on, man. How y'all not supposed to just have no pickup team and you that good? That used to always happen in basketball. You mess around, you be somewhere like North Carolina, and you be playing against you. Think, man, how these motherfuckers so good. You find out, yeah, he was a walk on at Duke, or he played at
Yeah.
Wake Forest for a little while. You just ain't never get in.
Here's when I knew we was in trouble. When it was time for us to play on defense, and they go, "Hey, Smiley, play first base." What? Now, not for nothing, I'm the athlete. I'm one of the big, quick motherfuckers. I'm big,
Right.
quick.
Right.
I'm not hitting home runs, but at the end of the day, all year, I'm gonna get the first base.
Right.
I'm gonna
Right.
bring
You
somebody
driving them.
home.
Yeah. You bringing
I'm
runs
driving them
in.
shits. Yeah, I'm driving them shits. So now my big ass is on first base like this, waiting for that shit to come. The whole time. Softball, the rules is the pitcher pitches for the other team. Or you pitch for your same team. We don't have no pitcher, which means the first baseman, second baseman, and shortstop is covering all of the balls that the girls are hitting. That's right there in the.
Right.
My big ass is getting grounders that's going all the way there and got to roll all the way back to what?
Oh man.
Needless to say, we made it to the playoffs. First game of the playoffs, we lost 16-1. Yeah. The boss, my boss, was the best player on the team. The other people bosses, they not even playing. Some of them playing, but they just there just to hit. Our team sucks so bad that my boss got to be there putting in work. It was anyway. It was terrible.
But you
So
can just
softball,
imagine.
yeah. So it gets a little gritty in softball sometimes, needless to say.
And this was ghetto softball in the SWATs, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia.
And they probably
Home of
wasn't
the
playing
Goody
with
Mob.
no company, no team, nobody getting money. I hate that. I had a lot of on the court basketball fights.
Right.
But now that I'm older, I realize that was super stupid. Nobody's getting paid. Y'all out there just to burn time.
Yeah.
Some occasions we was out there just when you play ball, you're not hungry. So if you had no food, go play ball. Stupid as it sounds, it works.
Yeah.
But damn, to lead to shootings, softball, black people, we don't play softball like that. Damn.
No.
What's next? We gonna start fucking shooting people over golf?
Hey, Top Golf. Niggas be betting.
That's my shit, Top Golf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I go get drunk at golf. If they tell niggas y'all can't drive that shit 350 yards like me.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. I'm a natural athlete. I get into situations like that to where I'd never be playing. I play mini golf.
Right. Putt.
I think that's the funnest game ever. You get a couple of you high, you drunk.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the funnest shit ever, too. Especially them hard ass.
Yeah.
Just for me playing putt, but by the time I made it in Vegas,
yeah,
I get to the town like, oh shit, this real golf. So I thought Top Golf was like mini golf. This real golf.
No, yeah. Look, my brother got some footage. I mean, we did Top Golf for my night before the wedding. We went to Top Golf here in Richmond and kicked it at Top Golf. And he was like, "Yeah, man, I gotta get some of this footage to hold back for later on. You gonna laugh at this later on." So yeah,
you gotta go to the one in Vegas.
Okay.
Out of all the Top Golfs I'd have been to now, the one in
I
Vegas
can imagine.
Yeah, that shit is.
I can imagine.
That shit like 4 floors too. They got mini golf at that one too, but.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, 3rd floor drinking, top floor is obviously where you doing your teeing off.
Yeah.
It's mad floors in there. Top Golf is the shit in Vegas.
Wild.
So I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that shit is dope. But anyway, that's a fucked up situation though. Back
and
to
once again, we got a 6-year-old in critical condition. Now we just talked previously about a 9-year-old unintentionally shooting a 15-year-old dead. Now we got a 6-year-old in critical condition. We don't even know how old the other victims were that were still in critical condition. And then we got 2 people dead.
I sat back and asked myself this question. How did we get to this point to where These kids are just not fighting no more. And now all they're doing is shooting. I mean, like literally, how did we get to this point? Salute to the switches on here.
Yeah. Salute to the Twitches, no doubt. Darius, what's up in the building?
Facts, man.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know what? I think, and I'm gonna get on that topic when I definitely get into the spoken word. But you know, back in the day, we talk about the street code, and we talk about having a moral compass. But back in the day, we had values, and when I say we had values, I mean you look somebody in the eye. You didn't turn your back on people, and it was about getting a fair one. You know, if you got a problem with me that bad, then don't keep talking about it. Let's just go ahead and square up. But see, people scared to fight because they don't know how to fight, and they don't know how to take a loss because they ain't never play no games. They ain't never had nobody teach them the ropes and show them the right way growing up. So now they think, oh, the first time I feel disrespected, the first time things don't go my way, and I feel like my feelings got hurt, I'm going to get the gun. I'm going to kill somebody. That's not worth dying over. Your feelings will get a whole lot of times in life. Do you know how many bodies you have up under your name if every time you felt offended or you got upset and emotional behind something, you went to kill somebody?
Facts.
So,
I'm going to be honest. I don't want to sound like the mayor of New York City in here. I don't want to sound like the mayor of New York City. But what I'm about to say is about to hurt a lot of y'all feelings. Drill music is not the main base of why I think kids is doing this. It plays a big influence on why these kids think it's cool now to shoot rather than fight.
Damn.
The reason why. Y'all are literally rapping about if somebody comes down and try to fight you, what do you think this is? We not fighting.
Right.
Spinning blocks. That's not talking about fighting. Drill music from Chicago, New York, and the UK. All promote shooting, not fighting. I think drill music, and once again, I'm not trying to sound like the mayor of New York City. I'm not trying to sound like that. But y'all, the current rappers, influence the kids that's coming up nowadays. If they hear y'all talking about getting sturdy and just spinning blocks, hitting the ops, smoking on packs, you heard Gucci come out, say one big regret that he had was talking about smoking on dead people. He was one of the original ones, especially after that versus battle. It was happening before versus battle, but after the versus battle, y'all thought y'all was just the ones. Y'all thought it was cool to just say, oh yeah, we smoking on packs. Newsflash, dumbasses, that was never cool. That was never cool to say y'all was smoking on anybody's pack. And guess what, Melly? You ain't the only one. DJs ain't promoting it no more. Look at 5-Year-Old Foreign's last album.
Yeah.
Drill beats, no really drill lyrics. We heard Beyonce cuts in New York and
But I just like when you think about it at the end of the day, just in Chicago alone, let's think about how many young black lives we've lost to the drill music. I'm not even gonna say the gang aspect of it, which draws into it heavily, which is like magnetized to it, but just from the songs, from the dissing the dead, smoking on the packs, and all the diss records. Just think about how many people have been killed, and also those that have been killed indirectly.
Facts.
You know,
That shit crazy, man. So
I mean, guns everywhere.
Yeah, man. Y'all down tuned in to Smiley and Bird in the morning, man.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you one thing, man. I'm telling you, if y'all gonna be walking around playing with these guns and not fighting, not willing to take an ass whooping to back your words up, at least you motherfuckers need to go learn how to shoot, man. Word up. I'm not even gonna lie, cause I hope that 6-year-old kid makes it out great, and I hope get to live a nice, great life. Because at 6 years old, there's no reason why you as a parent should be sitting in the hospitals waiting, trying to see if your kid's gonna make it through fighting for their life, man. We got to do better as a community. And y'all wonder why, right? Kevin Gates came out and said Black lives don't matter to him. He came out and said, who does Black lives matter to? We out here killing each other. We hating on each other. Super hating on each other. We doing it to each other. So Black lives matter to who? Kevin
Not
Gates
to black
always,
people. Not to black people. You know, and the thing about it is, we always talk about it, but it's so true. Any movement or anything of substance has to start at home. So if we're not loving ourselves, if we don't have unity in our own community, how can we expect to have that be reciprocated by anybody else that's looking in on what we have or what we got going on? We just make it easy for everybody else. If we don't value ourselves,
repeat same. My bad. Morticia was coming.
Yeah. But if we don't value ourselves, how can we expect anybody else to value us? The only thing they're gonna do is come into our neighborhoods, come into our areas, and pluck what's resourceful, what's useful, and then just leave us to our own vices. And that's just to kill and destroy.
Facts, man. That shit is crazy, man. That shit is absolutely crazy. What do you think about Kevin Gates' latest comments about Black life? He always been taking slack from the community. He feel like he's one of the people that's always been hated on by the Black community. I'm gonna be honest. He do some hateable stuff.
Yeah, he does.
He does. I'm not gonna give him full-fledged and give him. But what do you think about him coming out publicly and saying that that's why he don't support Black Lives Matter? Because us as a community, we're the first ones to hate on each other. And he said right now he's just looking to see who's real. He don't care the color base. Long as you real, long as you loyal, he rock with you at any means necessary. Now, how do you feel about those comments?
I have to respect those comments. If we were doing respect it or check it, I have to respect it. You can't check that, because let me tell you what, at the end of the day, I really do feel this way. You got to love ourselves. You got to have love for yourself and for your community and for your people and who you are. And hopefully representing the right thing is what you're representing. But at the end of the day, if we cut somebody and we blindfold ourselves, all we know is that the blood is red. We don't know if it's black blood, white blood, Asian blood, Puerto Rican blood. You know, you don't know. It's all red, and it all fits a blood type. So I want to get more into the humanity aspect of life and mankind. I mean, if we sit around and keep doing all this killing, ain't gonna be nobody left on the damn planet.
Yeah, shit, you damn sure right about that one, man. Darius on Twitch said, we as a Black race as a whole still have no love for oneself. If you can love yourself, if you can love yourself, how can you, he meant to say, if you can't love yourself, how can you love the next or fellow man? That is an actual factual. And that's why I'm on the road that I'm on right now. This is why I'm not hating on no other content creators. I'm not doing that battling shit, because at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to do is bring bad karma back to me. When is it going to get to the point to where we're doing like other races are doing, especially on YouTube? They're linking up with each other. They're having drinks. They're sharing each other's videos. They're doing a lot of networking together.
Yeah.
Us as the Black community, soon as somebody else in the same lane as you feel like that's competition. You got to hate on that person to do whatever you could to not make that person become a bigger, whatever you doing, rapper, podcaster, producer, entrepreneur, anything, so that person can't be bigger than you. Instead of working with that person,
yes,
and maybe y'all both can become bigger as a whole. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. And that's always been my problem. You know, we always talked about it, but it still remains true that crab barrel syndrome gets us how far? Nowhere. We still, everybody at the bottom of the barrel, crawling on top of one another. Somebody got to get out to save us all. Somebody got to break through.
Facts. I tell people, I tell people this all the time. All the time I tell people this. We see another black man walking down the street, we instantly get in defense mode.
Ice
Instantly.
grill.
Ice grill mode. Oh, I gotta look tough walking by this guy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We instantly get in that mode. A white person walking down the street or something like that, we don't think like that.
No.
We may even say hello. Why not do that with the black man too? That's what for the last year, I've been doing that. If I'm walking down the street, if I'm going in the store, if I'm in the mall, you don't got to walk and throw the ice grill on to that person. A little head nod. Oh, what's good, family? That'll make everybody just at ease a little bit more. And guess what? That dude maybe never do that before, but he probably seen you do that like, oh, shit.
But you know what, though? That's a nice icebreaker. I always have in my travels when I go to New York, when I go to Atlanta, I go to different spots. People tend to notice by the way you walk, by the way you carry yourself, that you're not from the area that you're in. So I always use that as a nice icebreaker to kind of get a feel for the temperature in the room. When you speak to somebody, whether they speak or not, or how they speak, tells you a lot about the situation that you're in and who you are potentially around.
Yeah, no, that's a fact, man.
You know,
that is actual factual, man. So before we get into the next topic, man, let's get to the next song from our guy, the channel fan favorite, man. Y'all now tuned into Dirt Gang Digital. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Not TV no more, man. We are a digital network now. This is Dirt Gang Digital, and of course, y'all tuned in on the AW Bird on, man, and we live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all go on all platforms and rock with us, man. This next song right here is from Dutchy the Great. This one right here is called Never Lead. Make sure y'all go over to Dutchy the Great, subscribe to the channel, go on all platforms and subscribe to my guy Dutchy the Great, man, and stay in tune with everything he got flowing, man. This is Smiley and Bird in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The illest morning show on the tube right now, man. So make sure y'all stay in tune with the Squid of it all. We try that again real quick. You know what I'm saying? We try that again real quick. You know it's early morning shit right now, man. So yeah, if y'all not subscribed, man, subscribe to the channel, man, and rock with your boys right now, though, too. And go over to if you like online gambling reactions, man. It's a lot of people gambling online right now, too. So go over to 21 Poking Slots and go subscribe to the channel, man. Cause Harlem Smiley, we out here working. The whole team is out here working, man. I know y'all see Melly Mel out there in them streets, man. Y'all see the AW Bird. My guy Ron G's about to start hitting y'all with some of them strands of the day. Don't worry, man. The squad is out here working, man. So without further ado, let's get into this Dutchy the Great right here. Never leave, man.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Rolling deeper in my consciousness. Pop the fifth, spark the pith. All this pressure, ties, and grief. Won't remain the same if I remain me. Elevate your souls to the canopy. Devil on my toy, no, I won't let it be. You're the distance and the cease. I was here, but I wasn't me. Elevate your inattention, celebrate your cognizance. No distance between the killer and the witness. Monopoly the game, leave no competition. Loyal potentialness, in order to achieve this feat. Trainers beneath, just peep my feet. Pyrograph when a young nigga speak. Conflagrations over any beat. Respect my accomplishments. Before this embodiment will capture astonishment. In the class of his own, knocks at the door, but nobody home. In the class of his own, knocks at the door, but nobody home. I would never lead you. Forever you my people. Going up, I wanna see you. Be my brother, we don't gotta be equal. Never trust them lies, they filled with evil. Never trust them lies, they filled with evil. Going up, nigga, I wanna see you. Be my brother, we don't gotta be equal. Getting high off my confidence. Had to learn what's all in my consciousness. Driving down the street, we call life. Hand them as I want they twice. Couldn't get look at it right. Got them on the wing, come pow. Cutting out with my hat. Young nigga feel like Kung Lao. Stop my blunt when they can't turn down. Can't hear you, nigga, I'm up the loud. Got your whole vibing out to right now. Can't trust a bitch, can't get no crowns. Fuck all you hoes that really bust down. When I go get it, I get it right now. Not for the chatter, so bitch, pipe down. I will never lead you. Forever you my people. Yeah, going up, I wanna see you. Be my brother, we don't gotta be equal. Never trust them lies, they feel with evil. Never trust them lies, they feel with evil. Growing up, nigga, I wanna see you. Be my brother, we don't gotta be equal. I would never lead you. Forever, you my people. Growing up, I wanna see you. Be my brother, we don't gotta be equal. Never trust them lies, they feel with evil. Never trust them lies, they feel with evil. Never trust them lies, they feel with evil.
Yes, sir. That's Dutchy the Great right there.
Dutchy.
Never leave. Make sure y'all go over to my God channel. Go subscribe. And stay in tune, man, with everything the Goonies got flowing, man. Yes, sir. Dutchy. All right, AW. What else we got? What else we got for the people, man?
All right, so we had to hit a nerve. We talked about it a little bit off air earlier. I found out some new information. Article right here says, man accused of killing Jam Master Jay, also suspected of killing Tupac Shakur's associate in 1995.
Wait. Say that one more time. I don't think the people heard that real quick. Some for the old heads.
Okay, for the old heads, the Jam Master Jay murder. Right here, article says, man accused of killing Jam Master Jay, also suspected of killing Tupac Shakur's associate in 1995. And that associate is Big Stretch.
Now, y'all got to know who maybe y'all, the young cats, don't know who Big Stretch is, though, too.
Fill him in, Smiley, just a little bit on.
So, Big Stretch was an associate of Tupac. Big Stretch is a big reason why Tupac got that role and Above the Rim. He is a big reason how he ended up linking up with Death Row Records. A lot of people don't know Tupac is originally from New York. It's the young cats still think Tupac is from LA. Tupac is from New York. So a lot of people don't know how he ended up coming to the West Coast and getting that connection. It was through movies, and basically Big Stretch wasn't somebody. He wasn't his producer. He wasn't his manager. He was an associate. It was a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on back in the 90s.
Right.
Pimps, drug dealers, I would even go as far as saying robbers wanted to convert over to do things the legal way.
Yeah.
Suge Knight was one of those people.
Oh, yeah.
Suge Knight was like one of those people in the streets, started doing security, became a record label. First he was a partner, then he ended up taking over the whole venture. But at the end of the day, this was the same thing. So when this guy got murdered, it was almost like somebody who was labeled we all know nobody's untouchable. Right. This guy at one point with a certain place was about, I would probably give him the status of what Jay Prince has right now.
Okay.
Jay Prince is not untouchable, but it's not too many people willing to take the risk now on that.
Exactly.
The crazy part is, if my math stares me right, I think his murder and Jam Master Jay murder had to be within a year or two of each other. Had to be. I'm talking about Tupac's associate and Jam Master Jay. You got the dates on those?
Oh, no. Nah. Okay, so, Jam Master Jay was killed in 2000. Stretch was killed in 1995.
Okay, so all right, so 5 years stretch. That's why I said I definitely could have been wrong with the amount of years or whatever like that. So a 5-year stretch. Two of the most important people in hip hop is this guy maybe labeled, even though we're not, glorifying this. It's either the biggest, I would probably say, entertainment I don't know. What the fuck do I even call this? Because we got OJ. Well, he did beat it, but OJ, we got OJ. He's still on the list. Fuck that OJ. You on the list. I would probably say Dookie Cuz is probably up there now.
Dookie Cuz.
Dookie Cuz, you know what I'm saying? He probably up there now. There's a few.
Yeah.
There's a few.
So let me delve a little bit deeper into this whole Jam Master Jay situation,
get
and I
into
want to get your feedback on this.
Mhm.
You know, we've talked about this before. Can you be a celebrity? Can you be a superstar and let the limelight dim and come back home and coexist around those people who you've been feeding and giving money to, not just your family members, but cats on the street? You've been like a Robin Hood. You've been a facilitator for a long time. Now you don't have that money anymore to keep giving people. So at
Mhm.
this point, you got a studio and you jump back out here into the streets to try to sell drugs. But you're not good at selling drugs. You're not a drug guy. You're not a street guy from that vantage point. But you choose to jump out here in that lane. And that is what ended up happening. Jam Master Jay was a horrible drug dealer. And what
Yeah.
happened was he messed up some drugs and ended up owing somebody a lot of money that he couldn't cover. So yeah.
This is why they're doing this little retirement fun thing for these rappers. This is exactly why. Is at no point in time should Jam Master Jay in the year 2000 should be out there trying to sell drugs. He shouldn't even been trying to sell drugs in the 90s.
No. Never.
People
Never.
get money and realize like that's not your thing. If you didn't sell drugs back in your teenage years, guess what? Don't try to start your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. It ain't gonna work.
No.
Selling drugs right now looks stupid. I'm gonna be honest. If you sell e-pills, you sell crack, the only person I don't look stupid as right now is the weed man.
Right.
Even though I know it's a lot of people out there selling drugs, especially cocaine. The white people gonna always do cocaine. They do cocaine like we smoke weed in the black community. I'm sorry. It's a stereotype. Y'all think we eat fried chicken and watermelon all day. Fuck it. Our stereotype is y'all eat bologna sandwiches, mayonnaise, and sniff cocaine.
Yeah, if you selling edible Sunday dinners with a little bit of THC infused in what you use, hey, you winning.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first.
Facts. So it's always going to be people out there, but I don't want to know those people.
Yeah.
If you're black and you do cocaine, you look super stupid. There's nothing worse than a black man or a Hispanic man that does cocaine. Y'all look super stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You do.
Sorry to my Hispanics. Smoke weed, drink y'all beers, your Modelos,
Corona,
your Dos Equis, Heinekens, let me get a michelada, a margarita, soda around the rim, please. Or maybe you have tahini. I take tahini. Stuff like that. This is what we need to do. Stick to our tequila and our weed.
Oh, yeah.
Cocaine is not our drug. So now when I go to these different places, like my great place of the New York, Brooklyn, Long Island, Queens, those are my last stops when I was out there last week. And just to look around and just see as people that like the drug dealers are struggling in these streets.
Oh, yeah.
When dispensaries hit New York City, like how dispensaries hit California,
yeah,
they out here like Chinese restaurants and taco shops. When that happens, it is over for the weed man. It's over.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Nobody is going to the nigga on the corner. I can see the niggas who sell weed trying to go to the dispensary and cop some weed and just go back to the street and sell it. It ain't gonna work.
No.
Oh, the re-up man is right here. I can go there. Nah, niggas gonna be trying to stand outside of the dispensary. Yo, man, fuck, y'all don't want that. Niggas, weed price on the street gonna go down so low.
Oh, yeah.
Niggas gonna be outside with $15 apes.
Yep.
Damn. That's crazy.
How serious it's gonna be. That's how serious it's gonna be.
Yep. So y'all better get in tune with it. No, listen, let's be for real. Fentanyl and dust, nobody's even taking the risk out here smoking that no more.
Oh,
I know so many people who used to smoke dust who be like, nah, I can't fuck with that no more because it's not like what it used to be. And I'm like, damn, it's embalming fluid. Like, how much could it change that much? But man,
Right. Damn.
they said that shit done change. You know what I'm saying?
But they
Especially
lacing
when
that
they,
weed though. In certain areas, they lacing that weed. I done heard motherfuckers talk about that fentanyl being put in the weed.
yeah, niggas trying to make that shit. They trying to turn regular into loud pack. It's loud pack. I can't remember
Yeah,
the last time I brought weed off the street.
me either.
Off the street? Especially not like, nah. I ain't even gonna lie. Oh, no, I'm lying. When I was in New York, I copped a little dub from somebody. I like to do that sometimes because when you go to
How
different
was it?
states and it was trash.
He said, "Oh, it's trash."
Yeah, I think my California THC levels done superseded. Only place where I go and I get the bud and it's actually almost the same, and I
Right.
still get high as Vegas.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I done brought
Nah,
weed in Atlanta. Trash, not the same. Not saying it's trash, but it's not the same. I done
right.
brought weed in New York, same thing. You know what I'm
Not the same.
saying? Like, yeah. When we go to Florida, I'm gonna test the little Florida out when we go to Florida in a couple of months. See how that Florida's looking.
It's not gonna be the same.
It's not. Even when
Yeah.
I go on this cruise, when we go to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Turks, I'm gonna try to find something out there.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I due to what happened to, I'm not going to Russia, so I'm still taking something with me. But I was about to say, if I was going anywhere that didn't have a problem with the US, I'm not taking nothing. But I'm gonna ride around on my little scooter. I'm gonna go around on my little scooter, try to find something local.
Now, let me say this real quick. Even though we are Smiley and Bird in the morning, rocking strong right now for an hour and 22 minutes, I still got to point out something in the chat. You just pulled it up right there. Lamar says if the THC level ain't 30 or above, we don't want it. I got to pause on that for a second. I got to check that. Got to check that. Because just because the THC level is super high does not necessarily mean that that's going to transfer into how it smokes or the impact that it's necessarily going to have on you. Meaning this, is some examples of bud out here where it's maybe 30% THC go up against a bud that's been cured correctly and it's top of the top, and it may have maybe like 18% THC, 20% THC, and it's going to level up to that 30% THC. Sometimes people think that 30% THC means it's going to knock everything out of the water, and that does not necessarily mean that.
Yeah, that's a great point. I'm like that too, Lamar McLean. So we're on the same side right now. Everything I smoke, let me not say that. Everything I go and try to buy is usually 30% or better. I feel like the higher, I would probably say the higher your tolerance, the higher you should probably go with THC levels. Granted, I done brought a few 19%, 20%, 21%. Sometimes when you go to dispensaries, they'll give you deals. They'll be like, all right, buy this half and you can get an A for $1. And sometimes those A for $1 be something that'd be 19, 20%. I'm not gonna not get it because it's $1. It's $1. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
So I have been vaguely surprised when I have smoked those 19, 20, 21% strands, and they taste almost exactly the same as my 32%, my 33%, and I still get high off of it.
Right.
But it's not all 19, 20% strands is like that.
Now, let's say this though. To be totally honest with you, there are some strands out here, and if people say that that's not the case, they lying. There's some strands out here that have never tested above, let's say, 26 or 27% THC. All strands are not made to take that THC content all the way up to 30 and above.
Okay, so I got two examples, right? And I'm gonna try to see if we could what's the name though too, right? So now, right, I'm smoking mimosa runts.
Okay.
So Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get close to it. Anyway, I'm gonna just show y'all the package. Damn, Pack don't even want it. Oh, this is the good metaverse.
Yeah.
It's the good metaverse.
That's right.
Anyway,
you went right back into yourself.
That's a fact. Anyway, this pack right here that I'm smoking, this is called Equilibrium. This is the strand, but this is Mimosa Runts. It's only 19.7 THC.
Right.
But now I got the Maui Wowie right here.
Right.
The black pack. As y'all can tell, it's a whole different pack.
Right.
This Maui Wowie right here is 30.2% THC.
Okay.
I'm literally just smoked one apiece back to back. And I gotta say, right now, taste-wise, the Mimosa Runts taste a little bit better than the Maui. And I'm still getting, and I'm smoking this after that. I'm smoking the 19 point whatever afterwards.
Right.
And I'm still getting high off of it right now. So that goes to say, I'm gonna say both of y'all right. You
yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, I always know that when people see the percentages being higher, they're always going to gravitate to those strands because they think that off top is definitely going to do more. And that is true to a certain extent. But like I said, with some of these strands that have a lower content based on whether they're heavy ended hybrid indica, sativa, however the mix is, and to what level the product actually is, they do some things. And I've had some good product from Portland as well. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Portland, Oregon is one of the most slept on places when it comes down to 420 products.
Oh yeah.
I was disappointed with Colorado.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was disappointed with Colorado. I thought the Rockies was gonna be rocking a little bit more than that, but I think they only smoking rocking the Rockies balls.
But they claim that they were though. You know, when I talked to you the first time and I was telling you that, you know, Colorado was one of the places that was on my list. I felt like they were gonna give you more because they kind of put it out there like they were doing so much, but evidently I've started to learn differently now. Yep. I've started to learn differently. Colorado not doing everything that I thought they were.
Yeah, man. I was highly disappointed with that, man. Vegas, the only thing with Vegas is the taxes.
Right.
Vegas got the super crazy taxes. So that's the only thing with with me is the taxes. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, though, they butt is okay. They don't have
Lamar said don't sleep on Montana. I don't know nothing about Montana.
Yeah, I haven't been there neither. I haven't been to Montana. I haven't been to Montana neither. Yeah, so I don't know. AW, you got a good one for him, man? Before we get up out of here?
I got a good one. We dealing with these hot topics, so you know I got to stay with one that we had talked about before. We gonna get into it. I got a good one for him.
Facts, man. Let's get into it, man. With our guy, y'all got Arthur Bird with the spoken word. Let's get it.
Time to get into a little bit of spoken word with our guy, y'all guy, Arthur Bird with the spoken word.
Hey, E-Bird, I'm hungry. What we eating today? Oh, I sure hope it's infused. And by the way, my kneecaps hurt. What y'all got for that too? Let's get it.
Yes. On a Wednesday, the man with your plan. Let's kick it off the right way. Make sure you're always washing those hands. We're here to defeat the COVID as well as the monkeypox. Now let's get into it. The violence is at an all-time high all over the country. Chicago, Atlanta, VA, Baltimore, California. We need to release the peace, silence the violence. So I'm going to get into something that we kind of discussed earlier in the week. And it's comical, but it's not comical, but it's just where we are. We're talking about that hot lead cold fries. Overstanding needs education. The path you walk is your destination. Plant seeds if you want to grow. You can't reap if you never sow. Jealous ones full of envy will lay you down. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Life is like a circus, so I laugh at the clowns. Oppressed by our self-sabotaging the plan. Too many people getting shot at McDonald's, man. No need to fear the Klan. Our blood is on our hands. No longer can we have disputes without somebody wanting to shoot. The very anger I so despise is getting people killed over French fries. A world full of loose cannons, daily someone explodes. We have lost all sense of values. We are absent of a moral code. Nowhere in the world we should be meeting our demise over cold French fries. We got to do better, people. We got to learn some conflict resolution. We got to come to some better conclusions. I want to see us live. I don't want to see us die over cold French fries. This is the gatekeeper, your man, AW, in the morning with Smiley and Bird in the morning. Let's keep getting it.
Yes, sir. Black people, clap it up for the gatekeeper, the AW Bird. Yes, sir. So normally what I do is I usually play this game with you called Respect It or Check It.
Right.
But we kind of swap positions today. And on top of that, you got all of the topics. So I think you should switch it up and you should play Respect It or Check It with me today.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And if it's something you forget, then I'll reverse it and hit you with it though too. But you know, we the cold French fries guy, all the topics you got written down. This is a game right here that I usually play with AW Bird called Respect It or Check It, to where he's gonna ask me about a topic we talk about today. And I'm gonna let him know, should we check that or did we respect it?
Right.
So
okay.
Let's
so
get
let me
it.
go ahead. Let me go ahead and kick it off. All right. So I'm gonna start off with one of the topics we had just touched on, the old school topic. Was Jam Master Jay a victim of his own celebrity coming back into the hood thinking he was gonna be a hustler? Respect it or check it?
Yeah, I'm gonna check that. I don't think he ever should have jumped back into that game right there. I can't respect the fact that he jumped into that game after he was labeled one of the best DJs, one of the best legends. It was just unfortunate situation. So I'm gonna check it. I can't respect it.
Okay. Let's see. Respect it or check it. Is there ever a situation where you feel like an individual should try to come to death blows over a food or a beverage?
Nah, I'm gonna check that. At no point in time should anybody ever get shot over cold French fries or any kind of, if you in Little Caesars and you get shot over hot and ready, nah, I can't respect that. So in that instance, I'm gonna check it. I think that young cat got locked up. The girlfriend who passed him the gun got locked up. The mother even should have got locked up. The one who even started the argument over the cold fries.
So let me take it a step further. Let me ask you this real quick, because I know that in your profession, you work around people. You're in the bartender setting, so you're around the drinks, you're around food service, you're around situations where you're trying to accommodate patrons. So with that being the case, have you ever had to try to diffuse a situation by making a fresh drink or making sure somebody got a fresh order or something based on them becoming upset, or you seeing something beginning to go left or spiral out of control?
Yeah, it happens all the time. When you working in these industries with these white people or any kind of race too, sometimes shit go wrong, especially when you work in the restaurant environment too. Shit go wrong, and sometimes you gotta give them a little bit of stuff. One thing I noticed, sometimes people be hoping for shit to go wrong so you can give them a little something free.
Right.
So a little something free goes a long way. You see what I'm saying? That they drinking alcohol, but their meal got messed up and you got to make them another one. And it's going to take 20 minutes. Go give them the free drink so they can sip on that drink, get a little drunk, and not realize that their food is taking 20 minutes to get out there after you done fucked it up the first time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I understand that perfectly. But see, what I hate sometimes is I've been in situations where I feel like, now don't get me wrong, I understand that the bar has a profit margin just like the restaurant does. So we can't give everybody everything free. We can't just be comping everything. Comp.
Yeah.
However, sometimes the bartenders act like for them to pour you an extra shot or to remake your drink, it's like they using their own liquor from their bar at home. I'm like, hey man,
because that's stealing. As a bartender, they're not doing it because they don't want to give it to you.
right?
What happens is bartenders for a long time have been over pouring, giving away drinks
Okay,
so they can get their tips better.
right.
If I give you an extra shot, not charge you for the shot with the expectancy of you giving me a bigger tip, that's
Exactly.
stealing. That technically that's stealing.
Okay.
So that's what that is on standpoint too. One of the illest things I did though, this dude was breaking up with his girl at the bar. That happens a lot too. Niggas break up at restaurants a lot.
What they break up with the girl at the restaurant?
Yeah, I also seen a girl break up with guys at restaurants too. It goes both ways. But this particular instance though too, the girl was drinking a little bit already, so she was sitting over there, tears was flowing. You know, I had to deliver the shit to the table, so obviously I'm hearing what's going on and all that. So that was one of those instances too. As soon as she started getting a little irate, I went over there and just put the drink down. And I was like, yo, he ordered this for you. And I ain't even gonna lie, she got a little bit. He looked at me and he went with it. His whole tone changed, and it was also, you know, when he hit it with the, it's me, it's not you, I walked right away. I said, all right, cool. He was about to go pulling out phones like, bitch, I got that. I said so. Anyway, I don't want to drift too far off the respect of the check-in, but yeah, that was one of the illest things I've done. Was kind of slide a dude a drink when he was breaking up with his girl and kind of ease the moment a little bit.
This will be a good respect to the checker right here. This is one of the incidents that we didn't get into with all of the current events that's going on. Respect it or check it. Should you ever come to physical blows, potentially even bringing your firearm out over a dispute with your neighbor over when you cut your grass?
Nah, I'ma check that. I can't respect that. Not over grass. Not over the grass. And if y'all don't know what A.W. Bird talking about, I'm gonna cut this music real quick. A.W. Bird, listen, right now, we gonna end this afternoon off with what we call neighbor wars.
Okay.
Neighbor wars. We all done had them. If you live in the projects, you had them.
Yeah.
If you live in a house, you had them. If you live in apartments, brownstones, apartment complexes, you done had them.
You didn't have them.
Neighbor wars. You ever live in the projects and the wall so thin that both of y'all bedrooms is right next to each other? Like literally next door, but both of y'all bedrooms right next to each other.
Yeah.
But they got their bed up against the wall where they know your room is at. And these loud motherfuckers got that twin size bed. Damn. And all you hear, knucker. They know they can move that bed by the window side where they know other apartment bottom. But they got that twin size bed right next to you just so you can hear the icker, neighbor wars. A.W. Bird, fill the people in on what we're talking about as far as your what you got going for neighbor wars.
Okay, neighbor wars. We got a situation in Missouri where a Missouri man has been charged with shooting and killing his neighbor following an argument over lawn mowing. Okay, so 42-year-old Kansas City man was charged Monday with second-degree murder and armed criminal action in killing his 41-year-old neighbor, Warner Trotter, who was shot in the head on his front porch in Jackson County, prosecutors say. He was pronounced dead at the hospital, but the incident occurred over mowing the lawn too early in the day. These individuals have been neighbors for over 10 years, and they've been feuding for over 10 years, arguing about different issues amongst themselves, about how they keep their yards, when to cut the grass, when to water the grass, everything about, upkeep in the yard. So what happens is they were arguing over Avery mowing his lawn too early in the day.
For Pete's sake!
Right. Over and over again. Like police have been called numerous times about this. But the police continuously said, listen, there's nothing that we can do about you being upset and what time he mows the lawn. That's not a criminal offense, has not taken place, and there's nothing that we can do. So they continue to go back and forth, and court documents say that on one particular day, Trotter complained to Avery. This is like a couple of days ago. Trotter complained to Avery about the lawnmower being too loud and made a gun gesture towards Avery. And they said hours later, Trotter returned home with food from a restaurant, and the woman who was with him told police that she was inside the house when she heard Trotter ask Avery something like, "Do you have something to say?" And then she said after that she heard several shots. Avery told police that Trotter reached for a gun before Avery started to fire his weapon, but police cameras and footage show that the paramedics removed the gun from Avery's waistband when they went to try to check him. So,
Damn.
Trotter from Trotter's waistband, because Avery shot Trotter. So yeah.
So you mean to tell me all this shit took place from a dude outside mowing his lawn, and he might have been doing it 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. We all know that's a little early.
Damn.
Yeah.
But to go and get the gun.
Right. No good.
This is probably some shit that's been going on forever. This is probably one of the worst neighbor wars I done heard about. Like, I done told y'all the story before, and I know I told you this before. This cat lady live across the street from my mom's. She bring all the stray cats. She got like stray cat Disney World in her. I'm talking about she got slides for the cats, whole bowls of catnips.
Yeah.
Shit they could climb on and be up there with the birds. All kind of shit. It looked like Wild Kingdom back there for cats.
Right.
So all the stray cats, they go back there to play, but not to lay. They doodle down.
Right.
So, you know, all the neighbors, they be calling the people on her to get them cats out of it. Like 40 cats back there.
Definitely.
She be calling them, you cat murderers, cat killers. All they're going to do is take them to the pound and kill them. They're going to give them to the Chinese restaurants.
Damn.
Like, ain't nobody doing all that, miss. You got to calm down, cat lady. That's her name. Nobody know her real name. She's just the cat lady. But goddamn, it be people out there. The Mexicans come around there, 6 o'clock in the morning, mowing lawns and shit.
All kind of stuff.
What y'all gonna do? Get mad at them because they up bright and early trying to get to the money? Oh no, we got 15 houses today. We have to start at 6 o'clock in the morning, or we're never gonna get done.
The overriding theme for today, as Smiley and Bird in the morning move to that 12 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
Murder is not the answer. When you kill somebody, you kill your future as well. You got to live with that, and you can't bring them back. So man, let's get rid of that murder. Let's get rid of that murder music as well.
Facts. Get that shit out of here, man. As y'all know, this is Smiley and Bird in the morning, not in the afternoon, man. So with that being said, DAW Bird, take us home and let people know where they can find you at on these streets.
Hey, listen, this is DAW Bird. You can find me on all platforms at DAW Bird. Definitely check us out. I got the word. When you see the Kango, it's already written. The gatekeeper is here, already ready for the spitting. So listen, check us out, Smiley and Bird in the morning. Also on our other show, the As the Blunt Burn Pod Show. Tell them, Smiley.
Yes, sir, man. And that's for me, man. This is your boy Harlem Smiley from the only one and only Dirt Gang Digital, man, and 21 Poke and Slots, man. If you like online gambling reaction to poker, to slots, to blackjack, we doing reactions to craps. We doing reaction to all kind of stuff. 3-card poker, ultimate Texas Hold'em. We doing reactions to all your favorite gambling games, table games that you like to play in these casinos, but maybe you just don't know how to play a little bit. So I'm gonna be schooling you to the game on how to play these games, on why you shouldn't gamble in the first place because you're not gonna win, and to just show you the ins and outs. So if you are gonna go to these casinos and gamble because you have the extra money to do it and you want to have fun, so at least you can make the odds a little bit even by knowing how to play these games instead of just throwing your money to the casinos. They build casinos every day, B.
It's gonna make Vegas more fun.
Facts. I'm telling you. Guess what? Competition means they're gonna have to start making those odds a little bit better for everybody else. Yep. And at the end of the day, guess what? If you know how to play, You may can walk away with a little bit of money, but it's gambling. So 9 times out of 10, you're probably not. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. In the great words of the recipe still live, man. We out here. Smiley and Bird in the morning. Gone. Yo, listen. Friday night, make sure y'all stay in tune. Friday Night Lights as the Blunt Burn Pod Show. And Smiley and Bird in the morning, man. We're gonna give y'all a triple deck on Friday to let y'all know we not playing out here in these streets.
No game.
We're playing no games out here in these streets. Fourth quarter's coming. We here to take over this whole podcasting realm. Breakfast Club is no longer. Smiley and Bird, we here for the new takeover. 1051. Y'all looking for a couple of, we got the team, baby.
Yeah.
Me, AW, Melly Mel, Ron G's 215. We'll take over this morning show for y'all. Online, of course. We're not coming to the studio, but unless y'all pay like y'all way. Other than that, though, we'll do it online.
Yeah.
We got the squad. Anyway, we out here. Go on. Go on. Make sure y'all tune in Friday. Triple decker. Yeah, that sounds good. I think I'm going to name that. The triple decker.